Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you, Cappies? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Capricorn, we've got a couple of oracle decks. We're going to throw those down for the week ahead energy, the overall energy for the week. And then we're going to throw some tarot at it, find out what is going on for you in the week ahead. So welcome here. If you are brand new and you've never been here before, I hope you'll stay. And if you do decide to stay, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right-hand corner of this little square where I live. And so if you'd like to join this beautiful Capricorn tribe, the quickly growing Capricorns, I would love to see you in the comments to say hello. I'm in the comments as well. So tell me about Capricorn. Capricorn, if you are my ride or die, thank you so much for that. Thanks for coming back always. I appreciate you so much. Tell me about Capricorn. We do have boundaries. We have a fence here. So, I just heard "Don't Fence Me In." I don't know what song that is. It might be from years and years ago, but somebody does not want to be fenced in, but requires boundaries. Maybe you're feeling a little bit crowded. We do have card number 26, which is an 8. So I feel like you're the one that's putting down the boundaries. And you know, it's really important to keep your boundaries. You know, it's the very basics of friendship, right? There's boundaries we don't cross in friendships. There's boundaries we don't cross in relationships at work. There's always boundaries, right? So I feel like, but you're feeling a little bit fenced in, I want to say. That you're feeling like you had to put up boundaries because someone else did not have boundaries. Tell me what else is going on for Capricorn. We have fun. Okay, so there's some fun coming up later in the week. We'll talk a little bit about that. I feel like this is a place, I want to say that the boundaries give you balance. We got card number 2 here. The boundaries do give you balance, and that is the truth of it. If you don't have the boundaries and you're the person who's exhausted because you keep servicing everyone or keep allowing everyone to take your energy from you, then, putting in some boundaries is maybe what you need, and then you can start having fun. When you do put in those boundaries, people then have to start acting a certain way around you because you're now teaching them how to treat you. Maybe you didn't before. Maybe you were just a faucet they turned on and they just drank from the faucet until it was dry. But I don't think that's going to happen anymore because I think you're getting some boundaries here. It says here that you've had some divine guidance, and we've got 3s, and 3s are about some sort of new journey that's about to begin here. But it feels like you might be seeing 3s possibly. Yeah, we do have card number 34. So 333. Card 34 is a 7, and that is usually for me it's heaven, right? It's divine intervention. So I feel like there is some sort of divine guidance that you're being given here. All right, what else do we have here for Capricorn? Tell me about Capricorn. We've got prosperity begins. That's the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like when you do put down these boundaries, Capricorn, finally, and you stop going back on your word or saying, I'm never talking to that person again, and then you just let them back in, I feel like that's when prosperity begins. That's when you realize that the abundance is here and that the pentacle was always for you, that you don't really have to share everything, no matter if people call you names about that or not. Sometimes friends or family are the worst offenders on the boundaries, right? We have no problem sometimes keeping them with people that maybe we've dated in the past, but sometimes with the people that we love, friends and family, it's hardest to keep those boundaries. We do have foundation and achievements. So we've got some stability here. I do believe that these boundaries are really paramount to the beginning of your week here. And it is going to bring you some sort of abundance, but you're going to have to do this first. You don't get the abundance without the boundaries. I'm just saying, because you're not going to be abundant if you keep giving it all away. I don't know what that means, but maybe it's your energy. Maybe it's your time. Maybe it's your ear. Maybe someone keeps you on the phone for an hour when they just keep talking and you just keep saying, yep, because they don't let you talk. They're just like, yeah. It feels like that. I want to say that the end of the week it's a little bit easier because it feels like you gain some stability because of the 4s and the 2s, right? We've got 2s and 4s here. And some sort of new path is close. The sacrifice. You have to stop with the sacrifice, right? I feel like you're sacrificing your energy or your emotions. I want to say that probably by the end of the week that you stop sacrificing yourself for other people, putting other people ahead of you, and that's why you start to get your stability or your foundation. All right. Tell me about Capricorn. Let's get some tarot on it, get some details about what's going on in the week ahead for Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about these boundaries. Be fun if the Seven of Wands would come up, right? Because that is about boundaries. Tell me, oh, what's this? What's this? Oh, the High Priestess. It's boundaries on your psychic energy. This High Priestess energy is somebody who is like quite empathic or quite psychic. And so I feel like you need to boundary up when it comes to that type of energy. Because I feel people just come by with a straw and just suck you dry. And this would be people who won't make decisions for themselves so they can blame other people when things don't go right. These are people who seek out advice. Maybe you're a tarot reader. Maybe you're a psychic. Maybe you're a medium. But it feels like they seek you out because you have some sort of a special skill from being in direct connection with your source. Anybody can be in direct connection with the source, by the way. But they see you as somebody who's like shaman-like, somebody who has some sort of special power. It's just that you're paying attention, really, is what it is. But I feel like it's an energetic boundary that you've got to put down, because it does feel like there are people here who cross your energetic boundary, or they don't have any respect for your alone time, because the High Priestess is usually quite mysterious and quiet, that you need to put up some fences here for yourself. Tell me about Prosperity Begins. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Death card. So what you're bringing to an end is allowing people to just come by and feast on your energy. Take up your time. Ask you questions. It's those people who get you in the comments, or sorry, not the comments, but the DMs, and they want you to solve their problems for them, or it feels like you're changing that. I feel now you're pulling your energy back. You're leaving them on the other side of the fence, and you're pulling your energy back. And now, what is changing for you, this change here is that you become more abundant, because you've ended their ability to be able to just come by and grab your energy whenever they want to. Tell me about Flamingo. Got fun coming up close to the end of the week here. We have the Emperor energy. And we have the Justice energy here. So the Emperor energy, it feels like you're the person who is going to be taking care of the fun. Look, you like to party. You like a party. You like a glass of wine. Maybe you don't drink. I don't know. But it feels like you're the person who likes to be the organizer. I'm going to say that's the energy that the Emperor is giving to me. You're the one with maybe the house. You're the one with the security, the stability. You're the one who likes to make the meals or order in and have all friends join you within your home. Like, it feels like that sort of fun is going to be coming up probably closer to the weekend. Foundation and Achievements is bringing up Justice. I feel like this Foundation and Achievements energy is telling me that somebody here is gaining a lot of stability. You're building some sort of a foundation, and it's because what you've achieved is balance here. We've got Justice card, right? You've achieved some balance, and it is card number 11, which is a 2. And here's the 2. So it feels like 4s, right? So we've got 4s, 4, 4, 4. So you might be seeing 4s possibly. I feel like there is some fun coming up for the weekend, though, I'm going to say, because you're feeling a lot more balanced because you've put up your boundaries with people who are just taking and not giving, right? That's why givers need to have boundaries. And Capricorn, you're the one who is the giviest giver. You're the one who gives everything all the time, doting, loving, cooking, cleaning, taking care of everybody. Tell me about the High Priestess, please. We've got the Six of Pentacles. There it is. You keep giving and giving and giving. It's like they feel like you have an endless cycle of money or energy or time, or it's like people just sort of drop in on you. But I think that people are used to you just dropping what you're doing for them. But I feel like the Knight of Swords is telling me that you're going to be doing the pushback just a little bit, because the Knight of Swords is really good with their words. It's Gemini energy, and they don't really care how you feel about it. I'm just going to throw it at you and let you sort it out. Not meant to be rude, but can be a little bit aggressive if you need to be. I feel like this Knight of Swords is telling me that when people come at you aggressively, you're going to say, nope, sorry, nuh-uh, no. And I don't think it's going to be no and a big long explanation. I think it's just going to be, no, I don't have time for that. I think that's where the boundary starts. We do have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Yeah. So the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is telling me it's a feeling of feeling stuck, like nothing is ever changing. And I feel it's because for those of you who don't know how to put in the boundaries, who don't know how to make the change, that's why you're the one that has to be the change. You have to make the change, right? And so I feel like if you don't put up the boundaries here, nothing will change. You're going to feel depleted. You're going to feel animosity for people who won't leave you alone, but you don't have the ability to say no. And people keep crossing and crossing and crossing your boundaries. And so I feel like for some of you, not all of you, it might be borrowing money. Can I stay at your place? Like it feels like the Six of Pentacles is something that you're always giving to other people. Look, it's a card of reciprocal energy, but I don't see anybody giving anything back. I see one person dropping money into the other people's hands who are needy, who keep asking you for things, and you keep fulfilling their wishes. But I think that's, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse tells me that's got to stop. Something is never going to change if you don't change. Tell me about the Death card. The Death card and Prosperity Begins. I feel like when you do, for those of you who do decide to put up the boundaries and say no, and are just ending this endless lineup of people who have their hand out, whether that's energetically or monetarily, I feel like that's what this Death card is here. Tell me about this. I feel that's when your prosperity begins. We do have the Page of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the King of Cups. So I feel that people are going to be like, why? Why now? You used to always do this for me. Why now? I feel like you've grown up. I want to say, I feel like before when people would come at you and say, I need something from you, or can you help me, or can I have some money, or can I stay at your house? I feel like the Page of Wands is telling me that you would react right away. Oh yeah, I'll help you. You'll drop things and go. You would drop what you were doing and go. But I feel like the Ace of Swords is telling me now you're meeting them with the sword in the air, which is telling me, that's the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords will put their sword in the air and say, I've got boundaries, but if you have a question, go ahead, and I'm going to give you a very honest answer. I feel like what has changed here, the transformation is that you've become the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is somebody who's emotionally available, emotionally intelligent mostly, and somebody who's very deep. So although I feel like you still feel all of these things deeply, and these people that need your help deeply, I feel like you've become emotionally intelligent, which is now you understand that you must carry a cup for yourself. You can't always keep giving yourself away to people. And I feel like you're going to start saying that with the Ace of Swords. You're going to be saying it kindly and softly, I feel like. But when you do that enough times, yes, some people are going to go away and not come back. And that's the truth of it, unfortunately. But I feel like that's when you start to feel abundant. Because now you're not giving away your money, you're saving it. Now you're not giving away your energy, you're saving it. So I feel like you at the beginning would this Page of Wands, when somebody would call, you would jump. Boom. Where do I need to go? Where do I need to be? I'll come to your rescue. I don't think you're going to be doing that anymore for those of you who've successfully put up these boundaries. Tell me about the Emperor and this fun, because I feel like there's some fun coming up for the weekend, next weekend. Feels like you'll be the planner probably, because you're the one maybe with the home or the biggest house, or maybe you're the one with the budget and you can make all the food. Maybe you like to cook for people. Could be that. We've got the Eight of Wands here. It's like there's some plans that are being made. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and we've got the Queen of Cups. So it does feel here like, I feel like there is communication going back and forth. It feels like you are making a plan to maybe have some fun with friends. It does feel like with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like it gives me the feeling that you are maybe not inviting everyone. I'm just going to say that maybe you would have invited 12 people, and maybe this time you're inviting 3. Maybe it's just the people who aren't going to be stopping by with the straw to suck your energy. I feel like you're going to keep your your group small. And it feels like it's going to be much easier in the planning stage. But that is the Emperor energy. That is you taking control of the situation instead of opening up the invitation because you don't want someone to feel bad because they weren't invited. I feel like you're going to keep it off social media. You're just going to call those 3 people and say, come on over, let's hang out together. And then you're just going to be beautiful and kind and loving and like a big blanket. That's what it feels like. I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is telling me, though, that for some of those messages, they're going to be stopped dead in their tracks. Some of them you're probably not even going to answer. Tell me about justice and this foundation and achievements, please. There's a whole lot of balance coming on your weekend, my friend. We've got the 5 of Cups. We've got the 9 of Cups, and we've got the Sun. It's beautiful. It is beautiful energy. So the 7 of Cups can be, there was a little bit of overwhelm. When we're making changes and putting down boundaries in place, it can be a little bit of overwhelm because when we're used to being at the beck and call of everyone else, it can be hard to reel your energy back in. But the Queen of Cups is somebody who on her own, it always is at risk of being depleted of their energy because she is so giving and kind and loving. Same with the King. But the King has boundaries, right? The Queen doesn't necessarily have boundaries because she is, motherly, right? So whether you have children or not, I think that your energy is one of being motherly, of wanting to pull people out of the fire and help them all the time. And I feel like this 7 of Cups tells me that it is emotionally overwhelming for you to get your stability and become the Emperor and start to put up these boundaries here where you're just flat out saying, no, I'm not doing that for you. No, I'm sorry, I have plans, and not going into the long explanation. So the 7 of Cups feels like it is a lot of people coming at you expecting you're going to give them your energy. And I feel like you are not because the Justice card is here. So I feel like you're justified in not giving them your energy in the 7 of Cups because when you pull it back for yourself, you're in the 9 of Cups with the Sun. You're like absolutely like happy on your own, happy from the inside out. And the Sun is like, you've had a breakthrough, that this is what stability feels like, that you're still allowed to be happy, even though other people aren't happy with you. It doesn't matter what they need, right? Unless there's somebody that's super close to you. But there are people who are acquaintances that will show up when they need something. And I feel like those are the people that you're putting up the boundaries with. The ones that you don't hear from for 2 months at a time, but then they show up and they need something. We've got the Hierophant. Oh, you've become the spiritual teacher, have you? We've got the Lovers, and we have the King of Wands. Look, I feel like when the Hierophant shows up, a lesson has been learned. And I feel like if this lesson has been learned, it might be bringing in some sort of a King of Wands for you. Somebody who is going to try and pursue you, possibly. Somebody who you might have feelings for already. This could be a new person. I don't really have anything here that says they're new, so it could be someone you already know. But the Lovers is a choice. You chose to learn the lesson, and I think that it opens the gates here for maybe some healed energies to come in. Because when you do put up boundaries, it is going to be tough, Capricorn. It's going to be really tough. Look, there is a tower here at the bottom of the deck with the 2 of Swords. It's like a realization that you had to make a decision to do it, and that's what brought you your healing, and that's what brings you this. Because if you're constantly in the service of other people, you don't have time for this. You don't have time to entertain a beautiful person, right? And maybe grow to this Lover's place here. But I feel that as the Hierophant, you're somebody who stands your ground now. You could have a Taurus placement. You don't have to, but I feel like the energy of the Hierophant is, I'm standing my ground. I have now written the book in which that I follow. I'm going to follow the path, and I'm not going to veer off the path. And I think it's because it's brought you so much happiness. This is a breakthrough for you here. It's brought you so much happiness with the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups to me is wish fulfillment, but it's internal happiness as well, because this is 9 of Cups. I mean, you don't have to be single, but this is a card of being single and happy. So whether you have people in your life or whether you're on your own, you're happy. It doesn't dictate to you. I'm not saying you have to push everybody out of your life, but understand that when you stop servicing people and put them behind the boundary, some of them will wander away and never come back. And that's the truth of it. They only wanted you in their life because you were giving them something they needed. When you no longer serve their purpose, they're probably not coming back. Some of them won't. Some of them will. But I feel like you're in this Hierophant energy, digging your heels in, standing your ground, just saying, you know what? If you want my wisdom, then come by and grab my wisdom. But we're only doing it 3 people this weekend. and I don't need anyone else in my life. You're stopping the sacrificing, and I think it's because you've gotten some divine guidance, and that's why you're turning in to the Hierophant, I feel like, in the week ahead. I'm going to go for now. Thank you, Capricorn, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care, Cappies. Bye-bye.